And welcome back to part 2 of Sonic 3D Blast, where today we are suffering the Spring Stadium. Going through the Spring Stadium. Yeah, I forgot this level was this soon. For some reason I thought it was like level 5 or 6, I didn't realise it was level 3. But yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of Spring Stadium at all, because it's the casino party kind of level that's in every Sonic game. It's just this one... This one's one of the more annoying ones. They're either some of the wackiest and zaniest and just most interesting levels, or they're the worst. There is no in between. And this one just kind of falls into the latter. And the biggest thing that makes it annoying is when you're going for the Chaos Emeralds. If you don't care about the secret boss that you get at the end for doing them all, this level, you're going to get hit every now and then, but you're really not going to be that fast. It's the moment you're trying to go for everything that it becomes a pain, and it's entirely because of these spike floors, that you see every now and then. The moment you touch them, you have about, I want to say like 0.3 of a second to jump to stop them from hurting you. And you will take leaps of faith during this level, and if you just don't know they're on the other side, you won't react fast enough and you will take random damage you didn't want to take. Because like I said, if you're just going through it, or you might get, red birds like this that just want to jump around near them. Come on. No. But if you're going for the Chaos Symbols, you need those 50 rings desperately, this level sucks. And so as someone who is going for it, because I need to show off everything, there we go. It sucks. We nearly got you. Don't want you. I've got the homing attack shield now. Thank you. At least I don't mind the music. It's got a bit too much of the Mega Drive or Genesis twang, as it's known as, but it's still a nice track. And so as a whole, I prefer it over the Saturn soundtrack. The Saturn soundtrack definitely has some nice beats here and there, but as a whole, the Mega Drive one just feels more Sonic, and it's entirely because it's composed by, the dude who does music for Sonic, and still does to this day. What special stage is this? 4? I can't remember how many we did last time. Ow. That's alright. But have you noticed how, the pattern we're going on of how these special stages work really hasn't changed? Like, they've added a couple more spikes, but you're kind of taking the same path every time. Like, we're really in no threat. This is kind of what I'm getting at, but it's the easiest in the series, because once you know the path, aka once you've done the easiest thing where it doesn't challenge you whatsoever, everything that comes afterwards doesn't feel challenging. You'll get beat up a lot, and you're going to see, especially in the later ones, I'm probably going to twig a few spikes here and there, but I'm in no remote threat of running out of rings. Or not having enough by the checkpoint. See? I had 54 more. Again. Ah, well. But that's where Tails is. We'll bump into Knuckles as well very soon, so don't worry. As my throat goes a little bit. Can I just... Thank you. Hang on a minute, didn't I have a shield? Before I went to the special stage, it didn't rob me of my shield. Ah, Sonic. I can't help hearing this Sonic music. I'm always going to have that slight bias when it comes to Sonic and Jun Senoue Crush 40 specifically. Holy shit, if we ever get to a point... Oh, there's Knuckles. If we ever get to a point where I get to cover a Crush 40 music covered game, or aka any of the 3D games, is fucking forces. Oh, we're in for a treat. I'm going to be singing some of them. I assure you now, if we get Sonic Adventure 1 playable on PS4 or PS5 in some form, I swear to you, I will sing. It doesn't matter when it comes on. More so because I don't know how copyrighted that song is, but I will absolutely sing over it with it, because it deserves it. Same as Open Your Heart, same as Live and Learn in Adventure 2, and I am the Eggman, that's what I am for Adventure 2. As much as I'm not as big a fan of Heroes, I'd absolutely sing This Machine, because that's just such a fun song. I'd absolutely turn this into a... Oh, fuck. I'd absolutely turn this into a karaoke if they started adding some of the 3D Sonic games, or any of the games that had Crush 40 in it. And I know not all the songs I just referenced are actually sung by Crush 40, but it's just, it kind of goes hand in hand. It's the Crush 40 composed Sonic games. Because we're now on our 5th Chaos Emerald, so hopefully I can get the other 2 in Act 2. Like, if I can find Tails and Knuckles in Act 2, which I think they're like, if I remember rightly, they stand literally right next to each other. But if we can get that, then we're good. We're golden. Hey. Oh, there's an enemy. Fuck. You have to be in the most annoying place. Got ya. Right, now you gotta get the bloody bird. Come to me, thank you. And that is something actually worth mentioning, but the difference between this and the Saturn version. In the Saturn version, they limit how many special stages you can perform per act. And what I mean is, in this, you see how earlier in this very act we found Tails, gave him the rings, did the special stage, got a Chaos Emerald, and then afterwards we went and found Knuckles. This is still the same act, got his Chaos Emerald that he could take us to. In the Saturn version, it won't allow that. It's 1 emerald per act is what you're allowed. If you find Tails, do the special stage, get the Chaos Emerald, and then find Knuckles. When you do Knuckles' special stage, it will be the same one you just did, and you won't get a Chaos Emerald for it. You'll get an extra life. Making it that you have to do 1 per act. It's not 1 per zone, thankfully, because that'd be a pain in the dick with some of the later zones. But no, it is 1 per act. Which, to be fair, it's not too much further ahead than where we are. It just means it's Act 1, Zone 4 is the earliest you can have all the Chaos Emeralds. Because it was a Tails spot we missed in the first part, the very first level of the Forest Zone. I forget what it's called already. There was a breakable wall that we missed, and I just completely forgot about it. That if you go through, it's in the first zone of Act 1. If you look around, you'll find a wall with a crack in it. It's not too difficult to find. Oh god. Sonic. Sonic, please. But if you find that, especially on the Saturn version, you'll be able to have all the emeralds by Zone 4 Act 1. Not to say that you will, because, you know, this level sucks. And the next zone is very easy for you to just get the beat the hell out of. But then I'm also saying that as someone who always tries to make sure they get all the Chaos Emeralds as soon as possible. Like, I know I missed an act, but I've always had all the Chaos Emeralds before Zone 4. And so Zone 4 onwards, you're going to see me play a lot more callously, because I've never bothered trying to learn it for the sake of keeping ring count. Like, it doesn't matter anymore. As long as I have a ring to survive, that's all that matters. Because I don't care for extra lives, because to be honest, I've never game overed. There's a few bosses, like the volcano level boss, I tend to die at until I get a feel for the pattern again. And I guess the final boss, if you're not prepared, can catch you off. And I mean the base game final boss, not the Chaos Emeralds, once you've got all them, extra final boss. Like the normal ending final boss, that one I tend to die at. The true final boss I rarely actually have that much trouble with. Like, I get hit, and it's a longer fight, but it's not what I'd say is difficult. Oh my goodness. Oh, and that's where the end is in this spike field. Oh, hey! Well, I'm nabbing you, so I got a homing attack at least. If you see me jumping like a moron, it's because I'm paranoid about where the spikes are, because I can't always remember exactly where they are. So I'd rather jump around like a maniac. So if I do happen to land on one, I'm fine. Well, now it doesn't matter because we've got invincibility, but still. It's just a good habit to get into when you're in the Spring Stadium. Actually, like, just spring yourself everywhere. Something I will say that I do appreciate as a little detail is that all the flickies get the shield too. So you just have a little glowing army behind you. And if I remember rightly, yeah, they're literally right over to the side here. And it's both... Actually, I probably could get the bird before you fuck off. Yep. And it's both Tails and Knuckles. So just pick one and remember what one you went for first, so you know to not go to them again on the second run. As we go for Emerald 6, you know, around this point it'd usually start getting pretty tough for special stages. Because the usual rule of thumb with special stages is that every 2 increase the difficulty slightly. So 1 and 2 are easy, 3 and 4 are medium, 5 and 6 are hard, and then 7 is the super hard because it's the last one. this game doesn't really know how to follow that. So, like, you can just, does this take away the background aesthetic that was different from the Each aesthetic? Tell me if you would be able to recognize that this is Special Stage 6 over any other special stage. Because it's like nigh on identical. There's a couple more spikes here and there, but it's literally only a couple more. And we've got another 200 odd rings, and we shouldn't have 59 clear of the final checkpoint on Special Stage 6. You just shouldn't. It's way too easy. And I know I shouldn't be critiquing, considering the fact that there are other special stages in the franchise that are idiotically brutal. Like, I say, I don't know, Sonic 2, where like the gravity and momentum that Sonic has in that makes it frustratingly difficult. Fuck. Well, it's alright. We'll have enough room to get more rings. Really, just got to be wary, because you really don't have much time to react when you land on this. We need to get 50 rings, and then I'm backtracking and getting that now. A lot of enemies you'll see will have spikes on them, but don't think that they're actually a hazard. Like, if you jump on the spike, it will hurt you. It won't. It's just an aesthetic thing to make them look more, I guess, aggressive. Which might mess with you if you've just come from the classic 3 games, where if there's a spike on the enemy, it absolutely means it's a spike. Don't. But yeah, this game doesn't really care. Oh, so this is the end of the road, so I want to see if I can try and get 50 rings here. So I don't want to have to come back. I think there is a way to come back here anyway, because in case, you know, you lose a bird back here and you need to go back for it. Like, there'd have to be, otherwise you'd be, like, deadlocks in the levels. But I just want to see if I can, like, not have to come back. If I can find just barely enough rings to get me over 50. Oh, there we go. There we go. 4, 5. 6, 7. Is there 3 rings over here? Oh, yes. There's more than 3. Alright, we got enough. Let's go bother Knuckles. Final special stage. This one should be the super hard extra one at the very end that really tests everything you do. Well, I mean, you jump a little more often in this one, I guess. Like, the actual rows of spikes you need to jump over are a bit more plentiful, but... Well, we got 67 rings on the 50 benchmark. We're definitely going to have 100 by the next one. Ow. And we only need, like, well, less than 10 now. 4. There we go. Like, what's the point? I like that one's shorter, at least. Like, you know, it wastes less of your time. But your reward for getting all the Chaos Emeralds, which don't look like Chaos Emeralds, they look more like little gemstones. Like, they look like Time Stones, to be honest. Which I kind of wish, in hindsight, they'd called them Time Stones, just so then we had a reason for why we can't access Supersonic in this game. Because, yeah, this game was the one that kind of started the trend of Sonic games saying, hey, get all the Chaos Emeralds and we'll give you fuck all for it. What I mean is that in the classic games, your reward for getting all the Chaos Emeralds was Supersonic in levels. It wasn't a cutscene thing. It wasn't just an access to the final boss, or, you know, just Supersonic in the final boss. It was an actual reward you felt in active gameplay. This was one of the first times that they started, you know, taking that away, and there wasn't a real reward other than just extra things at the end that you have to do for your trouble. It's just a different ending, making it feel eons less worth it. And it's a trend that took them a very long time to finally get around. And what I mean by this is that in the 3D era, it took until Sonic Goddamn Colors for them to finally make Supersonic a level gameplay based reward, even if you have to work your ass off to get it. But then I say that, but as a whole, I've always kind of just contributed Supersonic to 2D Sonic anyway. So, like, growing up with 3D Sonic and not having access to Super never really bothered me until the advanced games, because they were 2D and they had, like, better quality sprites than the Mega Drive games ever have. And it's like, it would have been nice to be able to just run around as Supersonic, but no, it was a final boss exclusive thingy-majig, and that was all you had. They were fun final bosses, don't get me wrong. It was just still a bit like, oh. Especially in, say, like Rush. Like Rush, I could think of the perfect excuse for how they would handle Supersonic. Just do the usual invincibility that Supersonic gives, and gives you unlimited boost. That's all you need. Like, the whole time you have it, you have unlimited boost. That would make it a well worthwhile reward, while at the same time not breaking the game in two. But no, it's just final boss only, do one. At least Sonic Rush, the only reason I let Sonic Rush off is that the Doomsday, equivalent of the Doomsday Zone, whatever the last level of that game's called, has an amazing final boss theme. They had the whole Jet Set Radio team doing the music for Sonic Rush 1, and it was amazing because of it. But anyway, I should actually talk about the Sonic game we're playing. The Happy Slaps boss, which is what I'm calling this thing, because it's what it does. All you're doing is waiting around for it to lower and like start swinging its fists around, and you jump and hit it. The less health it has, the sooner it will come down, so this fight will get quicker and quicker as it goes on. Like every other boss fight, once you know what you're doing, it's a piece of piss. You might get hit once or twice just getting caught where you get bored or impatient, but you should really do fine. Also, for some reason, there's this out. I got hit trying to show it, but there's this upper area up there. And I think the idea of it is that if you're up there, you can get free hits on the boss sooner. Like, if you want to speed up the fight, you can just jump up there, risk the spike trap, and then just keep on going for it. But it's just, like, this boss is already nearly down, so what's the point? Like, I'm guessing if you're trying to speedrun this game, you would, but And if you're going to speedrun 3D Blast, I would highly recommend you do this version and not the Saturn version. Because if you're doing the Saturn version, you're putting up with very long load screens that you just don't need to deal with. But either way, we're done with the goddamn Spring Stadium, so now we can go to Diamond Dust. Oh, we should probably go. Before I get distracted too much more by the music. Diamond Dust is a great theme. It's just a shame that Sonic Chronicles had to exist and completely ruin the track. So see, if you ever get the time... Ow! Uh-oh! If you ever get the time, look up Sonic Chronicles, the RPG that they had BioWare make. That is abysmal. Well, I say that I don't hate the game like a lot of other people do, but I won't even remotely pretend it's a good RPG. It's very bare bones, very repetitive, and not really difficult at all, except for the times where it decides it wants to be insanely difficult for no good reason. But the biggest thing that is an agreed upon crime with Chronicles is that they remixed a bunch of music from older Sonic games, particularly 3D Blast, and all of the remixes are hideous. And I mean, I wish I was kidding. It's not like oh, let's just no, listen to them. What they did, like, because this is one of the tracks they did for Diamond Dust's theme. They took the theme, listened to all the different instruments and variety it had, and said, let's just replace it with one basic on loop, with no other instruments, no extra effort. Literally just the absolute bare minimum, as this ice thing keeps on causing me to be a problem. There we go. It's like, it's genuinely painful listening to that track when you go through the city. Like, when you go through the city thing and you just hear that and you go, oh god, what did they do? Oh, this jump sucks. As soon as I hit that spring, I was like, I know what this is for. You gotta hit the spring and then really kind of push to make the jump. God damn it. You gotta really push to get it. Alternatively, you can just spin dash and try and jump it. But I'm gonna try and at least do it the way they want me to do it first. There we go. Oh yeah, this one you actually want to... Actually, I was about to say, oh, you want to be hit by that, but no, that was scripted. You see how the game took control of me and just like shifted Sonic over? No, that's shifted. You're supposed... yeah, that's supposed to catch you and send you this way. You can't not. Like, I knew you were supposed to get hit because you get nudged down that path. But I only just realised that it literally holds you in place until it freezes you and sends you down. I mean, it looks nicer than just you hold the spin dash away thing that the other things do, but still. And yeah, these ice spikes you can break by rolling into them. Anything of interest down here? Oh, Tails is there. We don't need... Get back up! We don't need you anymore, Tails. We've got all the emeralds. You're just gonna steal my rings. I suppose if you care about score, it might be worth giving them the rings, just because it's basically banking. Because this the bonus that they will give is what your ring bonus would be. So if you're just like unsure that you might get hit and lose the rings, you might as well bank them in then. Alright, and this is a free sectioned act. Well, I suppose the ice aesthetic beats always just, we're going to put you on a speed booster and fire you off down a field, make it do a loop-de-loop just to remind you this is technically a Sonic game, even though it could really have been a lot of other things and people wouldn't have noticed. Mind the ice bombs. Like, just learn how to deal with them now. Alternatively, if you spin dash into them, you can break them, which is good to know for later on. I lost my shield immediately. And what I mean is that the boss of this area uses them all the time. So if you know you can just deal with them before they explode by breaking them yourself, it makes life a lot easier. And admittedly, I kind of wish all the flickies in this level came in frozen, like the Snowman Robots versions do, because it'd make them easier to pick up. You can just break the robot and then worry about getting them, instead of them just firing off away whenever they want. Ah! Right, deal with you. Give me my bird. Blue guy, come for me, thank you. Where's the green guy go? Well, he wouldn't have jumped up here, so he's probably gone back down the other way. So let's get you, and then... Really? Blue, come to me. Right, where'd he go? Oh, you're over here. There we are. Thought you could get away with me, you little green fuck. Seriously, the green ones annoy me just because all they want to do is get away from you. Hey, I'll continue. So that was our 10th one then. Oh, and an extra life. Your extra life hard caps at 9. It isn't it keeps counting in the background like most other Sonic games do. No, it will stop counting at 9. If you get a bunch of extra lives past 9 and then die once, you'll notice your count go back down to 8. It's annoying, but it is what it is. So I had to pause just to quickly check something. Oh god, they're all going to be green, aren't they? Imagine if you had 5 greens in a level, that would be evil. Like, you just lose them and all of them just go scatter and leave. And with how slippery the controls are, actually putting it on ice doesn't make as much of a difference as you think you do. Like, when you're already moving on minor ice, putting on major ice doesn't feel like such the crime and difficulty to maneuver as you'd think it would. Oh, well, there goes our shield immediately. Alright, that was... Why can't they all be that straightforward? That was just a straight path with a few enemies in the way. It was a short straight path too. Break that, thank you. Oh, I was expecting this to be scripted. In fact, it looks like it probably should have been, the way this is moving around. Ah! Oh, there's 2 enemies right next to each other. You're purple. Or are you hiding? Oh, homing attack. I can't reach that one yet. Not that it really matters. We've already got like 1 continue. After that point, it doesn't really matter that you get more. Oh, we've got 3. There's 2. Oh, I was about to say, there's 2 more. There goes our homing attack. God damn it. You're green, so I need to get you immediately. Well, you see, this level's going by super fast now. We're not worrying about rings and Chaos Emeralds. Like, this game's pacing is going to shrink quickly when you're not going for the Chaos Emeralds. Like, once you've got them all, or if you're just not going at all. I'm not pressing anything. I'm going to see this right. I'm going to ride that out for a second more. Right, Nux is there. Avoid that. Oh, you're green. Get back in. Oh, good. You're green too. No, 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 no. You have to do longer. No, don't you come on here. I don't need more problems. To be fair, the whole Green Hill tile aesthetic thing they're going for does help a lot in telling you straight up what you're allowed to stand on and what you're not. Even if some of it makes the level design questionable, because it's like, Sonic, why wouldn't you just jump that thin slope to go over the other way? But no, it's because it's not tiled, it doesn't count. Oh, we need the last one to reach that. I probably won't come back for that, just putting it out there. Especially when the end of the level's right here. Oh, just boost my score a little bit. Also, you can deliver the flickies without getting all 5, but you might as well do it, because there's no real reason to not. Like, I guess you can bank them in early, so then you can just go out of your way to not worry about all of them scattering, but, I don't know, I just never found a real reason to justify doing it. Just get them all and chuck them all in together. But this is what I mean. Every time you hit it once, it drops one of these snow guys. And it will only start to explode if you get close to it, but you can interrupt it by breaking it. Just be careful that you actually, you know, hit it and not barely miss it, so it just explodes in your face. Because if you just try and leave them alone, eventually the arena will be filled with them, and it will become more annoying to deal with than not. Ow. There we are. But you can see, this boss fight's nearly done already. So, just like in the Rusty Ruins, I'm going to wrap this up now. Next time on Sonic 3D Blast, well, after this thing's dead, we are going to be going into the volcano-based level that I keep on going on about. And the only reason I remember the volcano level is because of the boss. It's like the only boss that's kind of challenging until you feel the pattern for it. But until then, you guys take care now. Bye.